just love Titus to death. And not only is he great in business, but he
You're
gives
just
back
sucking
to the
up to
community.
him because he was so pleasant to you.
And he's also sitting right beside me. So, but he and his wife have started a foundation, and I just wanted to give the exposure. And also, you always have some events. So tell us about Lotta Foundation.
Yeah. Well, thank you for giving me this opportunity. We're always trying to find a way to get some exposure and make sure the community knows what we're doing. The Lotta Foundation is a foundation that my wife and I started. We thought it would be a cute play with Bartolotta being our last name and having the desire to raise a lot of toys, a lot of food, and a lot of coats. And so we've started those 3 drives that we want to do every year and try to give back to the community and provide a level of comfort and support and resource to folks that are desperately in need of it. So with a lot of thought and prayer, we felt led by the Lord. We felt led by our community to organize and start this. And we're almost 2 years into it. And we've had 2 toy drives where we've raised over 5,000 new toys for children that are sick and battling for their lives. And we've partnered with the Levine Children's Hospital both years to try to bring a lot of joy and do a lot of good for those kids. We've accomplished 2 food drives where we have a wonderful, what we call Great Day of Play. We invite children that are on free and reduced lunch programs in our community to kick off their spring break in a really special way with a lot of fun. And then we send everyone home with great goodies, including grocery gift cards to fill those refrigerators up. So those parents and those children don't have to sacrifice, and deal with that hunger. And then the last thing we do is our coat drive. Last year we raised over 600 coats, and we partnered with Crisis Assistance Ministry in Charlotte, which is a wonderful organization, and we wanted to help give back. And this year our coat drive will be starting on June 18th. And for folks that think that we're just nuts for having a coat drive when it's 400 degrees outside, I couldn't find anyone else that was raising coats when it was hot so that you could get them in time to the people that need them when it's cold. Yeah. And it for me felt like common sense. And then there was a lot less competition. I'm not competing with nine other coat drives at the same time. So we want to fill up the coat banks, and we want to wrap people in coats just before the freezing cold comes. So if you've got coats that are stacked away, you're clearly not using them. I know you've got your tank tops on, you've got your beach clothes on right now. So let us make some room in your closet. Donate your coats. Our Lotta Coats drive will be in 45 different locations locally in businesses. We'll have our Lotta bins, and you can go to www.lottafoundation.com to find a place closest to you. I guarantee you're not going to drive more than 15 minutes from where you're standing right now to be able to donate a coat and really make a big difference in someone's life.
Give them that website one more time.
Yeah, it's www.lottafoundation.com.
Titus, I got to tell you, man, I pulled up your stuff on the website. I know you've been doing this for many years now, and what I just adore about what you and your wife are doing, most of the time when you hear about foundations, you hear about wealthy people spending a little bit of their time and money to do something for the little people. You're not a wealthy man.
No, not at all.
You and your wife, this is a true love affair with helping others, and it's why I just adore what you guys are doing, and it absolutely is something that is phenomenal. And you and your wife are this huge inspiration that you really can help and make a difference, and it's not about money.
No. I'm a big believer in. I grew up quite poor, and can really relate, as did my wife. So we tangibly, physically understand the folks that we're helping. So we're able to apply that life experience and understand that just one toy, just a single meal is a lot to somebody. And so it doesn't require a ton of money, a ton of effort, a ton of time, a ton of anything. It requires just the smallest level of sacrifice, just the smallest level of intent and desire to do good. And the amount of that ripple effect when you throw that small pebble into a giant ocean, the water moves, it changes the dynamic of the entire circumference of what you're dealing with. You will change the culture of the entire place that you live in just by smiling and being happy and positive and helping and bringing warmth to just one person's life. And that's what's important to us.
And you know, Titus, we've talked about this before. I mean, you're a busy business guy, and you're asking for help from other businesses. What would you say about the value of having something like this foundation and what it does for the community as well as other businesses in the community?
Yeah, you know, I've been asked that before, and being a business person and being involved in marketing and branding and advertising and business development and all of those things, for me, trying to find ways to brand myself and get exposure in a cost-effective way, right? It's customer acquisition is one of the things that kill businesses, right? The cost of it. And so when you can get in front of people, or you can get your business to a certain level of value and reputation in the community, that is huge. And when you can do it in a cost-effective way, I think that's successful. So for me, when a business steps up, whether it's with the Lotta Foundation or any great charitable foundation, when you step up and say, we care about our community, we want to be involved, we want you to put a bin here, we want to donate, we want to sponsor, that lets your customers, that lets your community know we care about your business, but more importantly, we care about your children, we care about your neighbors, we care about your well-being, so much so that we'll sacrifice even as a business because we know that there's a value on the business, but also a value in the community doing it. And I think that's huge.
Titus, we got to take a break. Again, if somebody wants to help, give them a website again.
www.lottafoundation.com.